Yeah,
contributions?
absolutely. This is an easy question, almost an easy question.
Okay.
Yeah, no, in so many
Irish
ways. Immigrants, Italian immigrants, Polish immigrants, right? Indian immigrants, Pakistani immigrants, like Bosnian immigrants, African immigrants. Chicago's a wonderful city, and it is a place
for hustle.
our immigrant and refugee community, because I feel like for many decades, Chicago has been a welcoming city. You know, find most of the older people, certainly me, you can contact my office, but your community is here. So you may have had to leave your community or your family. Connect through our schools. Our schools are safe places as well. Well, thank you, Emma, for having me on the show. As you mentioned, my name's Maria, and I serve as alderwoman here in the 49th Ward. So alderwoman in Chicago is the elected representative for Chicago City Council.
Chicago is a city built by many communities and cultures. How do refugees and immigrants contribute to the strength of Chicago? Do you think we bring
Yeah, absolutely. This is an easy question, almost an easy question.
Okay.
Yeah, no, in so many ways. So two opportunities that were wonderful that I had this past week.
Yeah.
On Monday, we gathered with members of our Haitian American and Haitian community here to celebrate their Flag Day. So Haiti is the first Black nation to gain independence in the Americas, right? So, and in 1804, right, they were able to declare their independence from France, and largely have been an inspiration to Black Americans, right, in the United States as we fought for our freedom. We got to gather and do their flag raising. We know that one of the founders of Chicago, right, is Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, who was a Haitian immigrant, right, to America. He found community and family here with the indigenous native peoples, married, and set up a trading post, which became Chicago. So we think of him as one of our founding fathers, a Haitian immigrant, right? When you think of the people who have built Chicago, Black Americans migrating from the South, Irish immigrants, Italian immigrants, Polish immigrants, right? Indian immigrants, Pakistani immigrants, like Bosnian immigrants, African immigrants. Chicago's a wonderful city, and it is a place for hustle. It is a place for hard work. It is a place of ideas and imagination. And it is a place where you can live and raise a family and find a way to be a part of the community. And I feel like our city is defined by that and still is, right? So historically, from its founding to current day, the ideas and the energy, the businesses, the commerce, the revenue, the education. So we are a city that absolutely celebrate our immigrant and refugee community, because I feel like for many decades, Chicago has been a welcoming city. You know, it's codified in law now when we talk about being a welcoming city, but before there were laws around it, Chicago has been a welcoming city to anyone who would come here and call it home, and want to be a part of making this city a great place to live.
So many refugees and immigrants families are living with uncertainty and the fear right now. What are you hearing directly from the community? I don't know if you have any updates. ICU raiding families, detentions, and misinformation around Chicago. Is there anything that you are hearing?
I was just in Los Angeles for 2 days this week. I had a very busy week. Very busy. And I work and organize with an organization called Local Progress. Local Progress is a national nonprofit that's made up of members who are all elected officials. So from school board members to city council members like me, and we're nationwide. Now we know most cities in the United States aren't like Chicago or New York or LA, they're smaller, but they all have elected bodies. And it's that elected leadership that really gives us a voice in community. So we have about 1,500 members in our organization, in I think 49 states, right? So about 100 of us gathered this week in Los Angeles to share issues, ideas, and strategies around resisting a lot of the authoritarian attacks that we are seeing on our cities. We've seen this disproportionately on cities that have many immigrants. And while the kind of early attacks have focused on Latino immigrants, it is all immigrants. This week even, the president announced they're going to try and send people, have you seen this? This was in the news yesterday. If you are have your permanent residency here or a residency status and you're a green card applicant, now they want to send you back to your home country.
Yeah, I had that.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
I had that. Yeah,
they want to send you back to your home country to make you wait for your green card process. And I don't think this is going to work. I'm very hopeful that, like a lot of things that he says, it's just not going to work. But it's every week. It's every week there's some attack on immigrants, on refugees, on people who are coming to America to help build America, right? To be American. And it is counterculture to what this nation has become and what makes it great, in my opinion. Locally, we had some reports of ICE around between here and Evanston and Edgewater this week, but it's not the same as it was last year. So they seem to be changing strategies. In conversation with communities, right? We know we have the Protect Rogers Park group here, a fantastic group of neighbors working around community defense, right? So they work to understand, to watch, to protect. We have volunteers who patrol. I think there's more than 1,000 people, right, in Rogers Park, just in Rogers Park, who signed up to be part of this network. So if you see them out there with the orange whistles, and we do this in Rogers Park, but other neighborhoods have it too, so many of our kids in our schools, right, they're immigrant kids. So they, at school arrival and dismissal, they stand around and they keep patrol so that we can alert people if we see ICE. If ICE has been seen in the community, there are verifiers who will find the license plate, identify the vehicle so that we can track, so that we can keep information and make sure people are aware. And then, of course, we do a lot of the Know Your Rights trainings too, to make sure that people know their rights and what to do. And a lot of the Protect RP volunteers will be there to be observers. And to try and keep people from being detained. Those are some of the things that we have in the neighborhood that I support, and we work to keep going. But I think one of the top things is also information, making sure that people who may be at risk or who maybe are afraid have the right information. But I think it's just important for people to visibly see those of us who are not immigrants showing our support. Right? Like being there, being present. With even the Protect RP volunteers, the orange whistles, they're practical, right? We blow the whistles if we see, but it's also about showing, so right, that you have neighbors who are looking out, and I hope that makes people at least feel love and support from the community, even during times that are uncertain, right? Like none of us can control completely what will happen or what the federal government does, but I think that making sure that we affirmatively stand in our values, right, and work to protect our neighbors, we'll be stronger for it when he's gone, because he'll be gone. We'll be here, he'll be gone, right? Like things will change because they always do. And I am proud that we live in this city with people who recognize the value of everyone in our community and to also understand that while immigrants and refugees may be who he's attacking currently,
Yeah.
they're also going to attack other people,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we've seen that happen. They want to take away legal status for people who have legal status,
Mm-hmm.
right? They've attacked the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
So there's, you know, it's not just about an immigrant or refugee. If you're not an immigrant or a refugee, it doesn't mean that you are safe.
Mm.
So it is important that we keep united
Yeah.
and work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just lack of information or access to information. This is so helpful that even myself, I think I'm behind about it. Like what you have just explained, it's a lot and it makes sense. And I think we need to be aware of it. I want you to stress that more
Sure.
about the families that are scared or they are living life of fear,
Yeah.
maybe not taking their kids
Yeah.
to school. They are not able to access social services, maybe going to a hospital. They just worried, even just those individuals who are struggling with financial
Yeah.
constraints, like they want to do more additional jobs like driving Uber, but they're scared.
Yeah.
Like, what message would you really give to them that can give them hope?
This won't last forever.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing to remember. This won't last forever. Here in Chicago, here in Rogers Park, right? Like, your neighbors support you, and we want to be here to support you. Know the groups, right? Know the groups and the organizations. So arm yourself with information and make a community, make a family plan. So I don't know if you've seen some of these documents. We have information that we share in my office and on our website of plan for the worst.
Yeah.
Right? As have an emergency contact, have information. We have kind of guides to help people plan through what happens if you are stopped by ICE. What happens if you are a family member or taken, or a neighbor? Even if you're alone, if you don't know anyone here, we have community organizations who will work with you, right? So you're not alone, and we can help to connect. So anybody who doesn't know, if you haven't seen these resources, if you have been protecting yourself or your family, find most of the older people. Certainly me, you can contact my office, but many older persons have been very outspoken, and we offer a lot of information and support. And in many of our neighborhoods, we have organizations here in Chicago that will help you, that will defend you, that will connect you with legal resources as well, so that you can have as much information as possible to keep yourself safe.
So if our refugee family is watching this interview today, what message would you want them to hear directly from you? Besides just what we have just talked about, what message would they...
I would say we're glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. And your community is here. So you may have had to leave your community or your family, but here in Chicago, in Rogers Park, we are your family now. We're here to be your community. And so, find us, reach out, connect to resources. Sometimes, organizations or government offices like mine, it's easier for you to find me than it is for me to find you. Connect through our schools. Our schools are safe places as well. So especially if you've got children in schools, our schools are safe places. Here in Chicago, we've made a lot of efforts within Chicago public schools we have actual defense plans, so that your kids are safe when they go to school. We have community volunteers, right, to guard the streets while your kids go to school. And we have much to learn from one another. So as much as you're comfortable, please engage, come to meetings, check out the digital information on the websites, and send questions if there are other resources or needs that you have. Please don't be afraid to reach out to my office and let me know so that we can be of service.
Like local leaders like us, how can we support your office?
The best way, honestly, it's the same message.
Yep.
So I can work better and my office can work better when we are in community. So reach out. We have a newsletter. Every week we do an email newsletter with community celebrations, community opportunities, events. Sometimes it's for social services, employment opportunities, right? So sign up for the newsletter. My website is 49thward.org. So 49thward.org. You can sign up for the newsletter right there. Come to events, send an email. Call for a service request. If you see a pothole in the street, so like information, right? Information and feedback from people is actually one of the best ways in which you can support my office. Volunteer, right? It's summertime. We're about to have a lot of events. Even if you don't volunteer at the event, come to the community events. Come out and show up and be in community and know that we want you there. And that participation is what helps me the most.
I don't know if you have received the invitation for World Refugee Day. It's coming up.
Oh, which day is it?
June, actually.
It's in June. Okay.
World Refugee Day is happening on June 16th
Okay.
at Delhi
Okay.
Plaza. That will be
Okay.
an Advocates Day.
Sure.
And then the 20th, that will be actual celebration
Okay.
at Foster Beach.
Okay. That'll be wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
We shall send out the invitation.
Yeah.
It was nice talking to you, Maria.
Absolutely.
It's
Thank you
nice
so much.
to
As
always talk
always.
to you.
Thank you.
Being in the neighborhood,